Colts Nation, we are in the middle of an absolute whirlwind. And honestly, my heart is still racing because the 2026 season is staring us right in the face. We lost a giant when Michael Pittman Jr. was traded to Pittsburgh. And if you aren't feeling that void, you aren't feeling that void. You aren't paying attention. This is a defining moment for our franchise, a total shift in how we attack the air. We are building this tribe together, so please, hit that subscribe button, join our 3,000 strong family, and comment your name below. Because the shoe needs you right now. Let's go. It is truly insane to think about the reality we are facing right now because Michael Pittman Jr. was the heartbeat of this passing game for so long, and seeing him in a Steelers uniform just feels wrong. But we have to move forward because the 2026 season waits for nobody. When you trade away a guy who commanded over 100 targets, you leave a massive crater in the middle of the offense. And the pressure on this front office and coaching staff is reaching a boiling point because those 100 targets have to go somewhere. We are talking about a ridiculous amount of production that just walked out the door, and everyone is looking at Alec Pierce to be the man who steps into that light. Now, let's be real for a second, because Alec Pierce just secured the bag with a 4-year, $114 million deal to kick off free agency. And that kind of money brings a level of expectation that is absolutely explosive. You don't pay a receiver over $100 million unless you believe he can be the undisputed alpha, the guy who keeps defensive coordinators awake at night, and the guy who carries this team when the game is on the line. I love Pierce, and his emergence has been a beautiful thing to watch. But we have to ask ourselves if he can truly fill the shoes of Pittman, because those are some heavy shoes to fill. We are all rooting for him, but the transition won't be easy, and the void at the outside receiver position is still very much a reality that could haunt us if we don't get this right. Are you guys confident that Pierce can live up to that massive contract? Or are you worried that we gave away too much when we let Pittman walk away? This is the kind of stuff that defines a franchise, and right now, we are standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down at a season that could either be a historic success or a total nightmare if this passing attack stalls out. We have to believe in the vision, but man, the stakes have never been higher for our boys in blue. We need a hero to emerge now and take over the field with power and pure dominance, because the glory of our city is on the line. The coaching staff is definitely not sitting on their hands because Shane Steichen, Jim Bob Cooter, and the legend himself, Reggie Wayne, are cooking up a plan that sounds like a massive experiment in the making. They are looking at this opening at outside receiver and decided to fill it with an aggregate of players, which basically means they are going to mix and match until they find a winning formula. It is a bold strategy because it relies on everyone playing their specific role to perfection. And Jim Bob Cooter seems incredibly confident that this room complements each other well. Cooter mentioned that there are a lot of different ways to play good football in the wide receiver room, and they want to utilize these guys for their individual strengths. Whether it is one guy playing 1,000 snaps or multiple guys splitting that load, the goal is to showcase what these players can actually do on the field. This group includes guys like Ashton Dulin, who has been a loyal contributor for a long time, and free agent signee Nick Westbrook-Akine, who brings that veteran presence we desperately need. But the real curveball here is Josh Downs, because we all know him as a slot specialist who kills teams from the middle of the field, but the coaches are convinced he can produce from the outside as well. Think about that for a second, because moving Downs outside changes the entire geometry of our offense, and it shows just how much trust they have in his ability to beat man coverage. Cooter and Steichen are entering their 4th season together, and they have shown us shades of greatness, but they haven't found that sustained success yet. They like this room, and they are excited to see how it shakes out during the offseason and training camp. But we are all holding our breath because this aggregate approach is a high-stakes gamble. We are putting our faith in the hands of these coaches to put these players in the best position to succeed. But in the NFL, you usually need a dominant force to win the big games. It is about chemistry and timing and trust on every single play. Can this committee approach really lead us to a championship, or are we just playing with fire here? We will see soon enough when the lights come on. Everything in this offense eventually flows back to the quarterback, and for better or worse, we are riding with Daniel Jones as he heads into his 2nd season with the Indianapolis Colts. The continuity here is absolutely vital, because this is a true playoffs or bust scenario for everyone involved, and there is no more room for excuses or growing pains. Jones has 3 of his 4 top targets returning, including Pierce, Downs, and our reliable tight end Tyler Warren. So the foundation is there for him to take a massive leap forward. We have seen what Daniel Jones can do when he is protected and has a rhythm, and the front office clearly believes he is the best option to lead us into this 2026 campaign. But the pressure is mounting because the fans are hungry for a deep postseason run. and the coaching staff knows their jobs might depend on the production of this passing game. We have seen flashes of brilliance from the Steichen and Cooter pairing, but the lack of sustained success has been the one thing holding us back from being a true powerhouse in the league. Now that they have their guy under center and a room of receivers they believe in, it is time to put up or shut up. I want to see Daniel Jones take command of this huddle and show the rest of the league that the Colts are not to be trifled with. We have the pieces, we have the coaching, and we have the desire, but can we put it all together when the lights are the brightest? Every snap in training camp is going to be under a microscope because we cannot afford a slow start to the season. The chemistry between Jones and his receivers needs to be telepathic if we are going to overcome the loss of a physical target like Pittman. This is our moment to prove the doubters wrong and show that the Indianapolis Colts are a team built for January football. Do you believe Daniel Jones is the man to take us to the promised land? I want to hear your honest thoughts because we are all in this together. This is a high-stakes game of chess and every move counts for our future. We are ready for the battle ahead and we will not back down from any challenge today. If you want a reason to be hyped, look no further than our rookie wideout Deion Burks, because this kid might be the biggest steal of the entire 2026 draft class. He was a late-round selection out of Oklahoma, taken at 254th overall, but the tape tells a completely different story than his draft position suggests. We are talking about a guy who sports blazing 4.3 speed and has the kind of inside-out versatility that makes defensive backs panic. Even though he is smaller at 5'9", Jim Bob Cooter is genuinely excited about the prospect of Burks getting real playing time as a rookie because he is a flash of pure athleticism. The coaches are going to put the full menu on his plate, from different routes to blocking in the run game, and they want to see if he can beat man coverage at the highest level. But while we wait for the rookie to develop, we cannot ignore the fact that there are still some heavy hitters left on the free agent market. We are sitting on $31 million in cap space, which is the 7th most in the entire league, and that gives us the power to make a move that could change our season. Imagine if we brought in someone like Deebo Samuel on a one-year deal to add that veteran toughness and run-after-catch ability. Even if he isn't the same explosive all-pro he once was, his versatility would be the perfect insurance policy for this young receiver room. One injury could derail our entire passing game right now, and adding a guy like Deebo would give us a level of security that is currently missing. Stephon Diggs and Keenan Allen are also out there, but Deebo feels like a perfect fit for what Steichen wants to do. We have the money, we have the need, and we have a window that is wide open for us to take a shot at greatness. If we are serious about contending in 2026, we have to use every resource available to make sure this offense is bulletproof. The time for being passive is over, and we need to strike while the iron is hot. Let us go get that playmaker and solidify our championship roster now, because the window for winning doesn't stay open forever here. The road ahead for the Indianapolis Colts is paved with both uncertainty and incredible opportunity, and as a fan, I can feel the electricity in the air as we get closer to the season. We are moving into a new era without Michael Pittman Jr., but that doesn't mean our ambitions have shrunk because we are still chasing that championship glory with everything we have. We have a quarterback in Daniel Jones who is ready to prove the world wrong, a coaching staff that is innovative and aggressive, and a group of receivers who are hungry to make their own names in this league. Whether it is Alec Pierce justifying that massive contract, Josh Downs proving he can win on the outside, or a rookie like Deion Burks exploding onto the scene, the potential for something special is clearly there. But we can't do this alone. And that is why I need every single one of you to stay locked in with us as we navigate this journey together. This community is the heart and soul of the team, and your energy is what fuels the fire in that locker room. I want to see your fire in the comments below right now. Tell me if you think this is our year to finally reclaim our spot at the top of the mountain, or if you are worried about the gaps we still have to fill. Are we building a masterpiece, or are we heading for a heartbreak? We have the cap space to make one more big move, so let the front office know who you want to see in the horseshoe. We are reaching for that 3,000 subscriber goal, and every one of you makes this tribe stronger. So don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on every single move our team makes. This is more than just football. This is our life, our passion, and our family. Let's get ready to make some noise and show the rest of the NFL exactly what it means to represent Indianapolis. For the shoe.